This is a video I should have done a long time ago. They talk about the teachers. I was hearing, and it's probably an old clip. Killer Mike and DJ Envy were talking about public school teachers. All right, and they may not care as much as private school teachers do because private school teachers are paid more and paid directly from the students. Okay, let me say this first and foremost. What's the problem with education? Okay. The problem doesn't start with the Department of Education. It doesn't start with your school. You talking to somebody that did both. I've done private education. I've done public education. I didn't go to a Detroit public school until I was in high school. Real talk. So I'm talking to somebody that did both, but hit the link in the description, join the Patreon for a real channel at, right? And I can just tell you from experience, what were we ahead curriculum wise of a public school? Absolutely. 5th grade, I was learning things that they was teaching in the middle of high school. 10th, 11th grade. Like this stuff we already went over. But the number one thing that the difference is not the Department of Education. It's not the state. It's not the state funding. It's not the teachers that they hire. It's not the principal. It's not the dean of students. It's not the bus driver. It's not the truancy officer or the coaches or the mentorships or the special education or any other supporting education. The band director. None of that. One thing I learned just throughout the whole process: you can pay for your kids' education and still lose. It's your participation. It's your participation. It's your participation. It's your participation as a parent. I remember I had a dude that I went to school with, man, and his mama would make him stay 2 or 3 chapters ahead of where we was at. And this is when we was in private school. She always, so it's the parent participation. And going back to single parent households, y'all never look at the structure. When y'all create these broken homes, and some people was disagreeing and some people was agreeing with me when I talked about Tiana Taylor creating a broken home. Y'all do those vows, and it say through thick and thin, through good and bad, and all that other type of stuff, right? And it says all these things. Y'all don't care nothing about the vows. The vows, y'all don't care nothing about them. Y'all understand when y'all say, I want to love like my grandma and granddaddy had. Do you understand? I sat there, and I want to make it about this, but it's kind of about this. I remember I was sitting there, I'm like, I don't know. This had to be maybe 5 years ago. I'm in my 30s, right? 5 years ago. And I'm sitting there chilling at my grandparents' house. Really, they didn't argue around me. I spent a lot of time over. They didn't really argue around me. I'm grown now. I'm there by myself, chilling. I'm grown, so you don't really see your parents and grandparents like you used to. My grandma brought some stuff up. He said, yeah, you cheated with that hussy. I'm paraphrasing from 19. Be like, bro, you talking about some shit in 1956. I ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? Arguing about it. Y'all got to understand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she brought some stuff up from 50 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, they went through stuff too. They went through, grandpa had a whole different family around the corner. Grandma had, you look at your uncles, one of them don't even look at y'all. Y'all all look like Bobby Brown, and one of them look like El DeBarge. See, I gotta understand, they went through things too, and you can be like, well, they was forced to do it. I can do this and I can do that. And what do? You create a broken home. And not only just that, y'all leave and go get passed around, like a Patron bottle at a kickback. Y'all don't go find peace. Y'all don't find somebody that's going to love you. And when you find a guy that come in, but I love you, and do y'all step all over him. Y'all dog him out from y'all past experience. So it ain't like y'all go on and successfully be in healthy relationships. Y'all go out here being side chicks and side chicks to married men. So you sacrifice your kids. And if you ain't willing to sacrifice for your kids as a woman, you shouldn't have kids. So I say that to say this. 2-parent households are vital. And as a man, you have to be an active participant. Don't wait till the boy turned 12 to be in it. Nah, active participant. You should sit down and do the homework with them. I didn't see what you got for homework. What is it? And you sit there and do like that boy mama in my class did. At least that, we're going to stay a chapter ahead, 2 chapters ahead. Or we're going to add this to the curriculum. That's up to you as a parent. And when you doing everything by yourself, you're doing 100% of everything, you cannot give your kids the focus. One thing LeVar Ball said about his sons, and I'm going to try to find that clip and clip it up. One thing LeVar Ball said, he said, I ran my business out of my house. So I always was there for my son. I spend that time with my sons. I spent that time with them. Just like your dog, you get a dog, and these women get dogs or whatever like that. Or men do it too. And they don't spend time and wonder why the dog be tearing shit up. You don't walk him. You don't find a toy that he like. You don't buy him bones. You don't stimulate him. You don't hide his treats around the house where he can get stimulation. You just put him in the backyard. What fun is that? Throw the ball with him. You have to stimulate them. You have to spend time with your kids. I guarantee you, if you show up and form a rapport with that teacher, like he act up, hit me up. You volunteer to sit in the class. You volunteer to be a TA. You volunteer to bring lunch, or you volunteer to bring McDonald's or do anything for the class, to sit there and give him or her a break, or you are active participant. I guarantee you that teacher will give your kids special treatment. Tammy mama or Todd daddy and mama, they care. They there. But when you doing everything by yourself, man or female, it's impossible. It's damn near impossible. So you have to train your son to be, or your daughter to be self-sufficient. And how many distractions you got? If my son, and he gotta, get on the bus by himself, get off the bus, watch himself for a minute, or I'm here for a minute. No. 2-parent household is the key to go. The man sets the structure and discipline, and the woman is the nurturer. She's the understander, but also she sets the standard for education. That's why you get with these people. Education is very important, but staying power, you have to be willing to sacrifice to be in a relationship and be with kids. If you're not going to make sacrifices for your kids, don't have them. I'm not saying stay with a man or a woman that's putting their hands on you. Now, I understand the extremes, but y'all leave for little shit. Oh, I got bored, or, she didn't give me none. Man, look here, man. Discipline. If she ain't giving you none, let's look at yourself. You getting fat, out of shape, go to the gym. Guess what? You can take your kids to the gym when they get old enough. Y'all can work out together in the garage. Do things with your kids. The best kids are the kids that's told what to do. You're going to be an accountant. You're going to be a golfer. You're going to be a surgeon. You're going to be a doctor. That's the path I set. And they may say, you know what? I don't want to do that, but I want to go be a dentist. Cool. We can deal with that. Or I want to go be, I want to go be a business. I want to be in business. And I want to remind, that's cool. Something structure and all that. That's what I be saying, man. Like, that's why 2-parent households are so parent. Y'all talking about the education system, but it starts with y'all. Y'all create these single-parent households. Women, y'all can't control these boys. How can you raise a really productive, and a lot of women that y'all raise productive kids, they be sweet as iced tea from down south. Y'all need both parents here, and that's very vital to the education. I keep telling y'all that. Sit there. Be there. Do the homework with them. Learn with them. Study with them. Do things with them. We're going to walk together. We're going to work out together. We're going to learn to play an instrument together. We're going to read this book together. It's not just about the curriculum that the teacher give you. Do other things. My mom, used to make me go to book clubs, side tutoring, all types of shit. So, yeah, you got to understand that, man. So, it's your participation as a parent. But when you're doing everything by yourself in this economy, you need to. But I appreciate y'all. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.